What's up, guys? It's your boy Zowoki back out with another Chris Watts video, of course. And this one is the Chris Watts revealing 3 details changes everything and evidence on ground. Interesting. I definitely want to watch this with you because we watch together, we comment together, we subscribe together, and we share together. And we're going to do all that again in this video. So for those that are new to my channel, if you guys could do me a solid favor and subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting that white bar icon down at the bottom right, hit that bell icon next to it. So when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that little ring notification that I've posted that video, and then you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, I thank you so much for the love and support. Keep on doing what you guys are doing, because hopefully one day we will reach 100K. But until that time, go over to truecrimearchives.s. Go give them some love, subscribe, comment, like, and share. They are trying to get to 3,000 subscribers now. And with that being said, let's get in this video and talk about the revealing 3 details changes everything and evidence on the ground. Let's take a look.
One piece of evidence changed everything. Chris Watts thought he was smarter than the new detective. For 2 hours, he lied.
New detective?
Then the detective said 7 words that shattered him. Everything pointed to the wrong person. But the new detective used a psychological trick called forced empathy, and it made Watts reveal the hidden group. Dear God, we remember Shanann, Bella, Celeste, and baby Nico. Wrap their souls in your peace and let their light keep shining through the darkness that took them. Heal the hearts still grieving and teach us to cherish life and love more deeply. In your mercy, Lord, grant them eternal rest. Please type amen in the comment section.
Amen.
How you get to that point, you know?
I don't know. Just, like I said, it was just like something else was controlling me that day. I had no control over what I was like to fight back.
Yeah.
He acts like some little guy went into his head and moved these little sticks and controlled his body.
Like when that prosecutor said that Bella bit her tongue, like repeatedly, I just wanted to just bang my head up against the wall.
You could always start.
So you put Shanann in the truck, and then you put the 2 girls in the truck? Were they just sitting in their car seats, or I guess they didn't probably have car seats in your truck, did they?
No, they was sitting in the back with the...
No, because the car seats were actually in the garage. They were just actually sitting on the seats because he didn't care about their safety anymore.
Like in that bench. And
so Shanann was back there too?
she was on the floor.
What did they say
still don't
about
believe it.
Shanann being on the floor?
No way he got her in there.
What'd you tell him?
She'll be fine.
Did you have their stuff with them? Like their toys and their blankets and stuff?
They had something with them that they carried. One of them, I think, and CC and Bella had like a blanket or something with them.
That you threw in the garbage?
Like a pink blanket or...
What about the dog? I think one of them had a dog, right? The dog.
And why is it that when they are doing these interviews, they have to sit next to vents that sound like turbojet engines, or they go outside when it's probably one of the windiest days ever?
Dogs.
Yeah, one of them had like a little barking dog.
Was that with you too? Do you know?
I think it was. Trying to, it's hard to remember. Like if they had like the big blanket, small blanket.
So, I think I saw on the video that you put a gas can or something in the back of your truck. Is that right?
He says he was gonna light himself on fire. No, because I do believe there was an explosion theory that was actually going to take place, but then it backfired when he found out he didn't have enough time to do all this, and then he had to leave his work anyways because Nichol was like, where is Shanann? I'm here at the house. If you don't come now, I'm going to call the cops. And he's like, oh my gosh, no, I'm on my way. It took him 49 minutes. Or I think it was like more than that. It was like almost an hour and 49 minutes to get there. I think I can't remember offhand. But yeah, complete both shot.
Did you have different plans
And
when you
You hear that, Jet?
put that in there?
I don't know what was going through my head. I felt like maybe I could just get rid of myself at the same time if I was doing all this, honestly.
Yeah.
Did you think about that?
What'd you think about that?
I just felt like I deserved to live after what had happened.
Oh, sorry, was that out loud?
Was there any thought to the whole family going away that day, to include you?
After everything happened, that was a definite thought.
Yeah. See, it's interesting to me.
He's stupid.
We had all kind of wondered if there was a point when you were all together and if you were all going to pass together. That to me
No.
makes sense. 'Cause
He wanted to be with Nichol.
that's- even though it sounds crazy, that's what a family man does, right?
Family man doesn't do what he did.
No, I know. I guess what I mean is, it seems like you guys were going to be together forever in that way. Is that maybe what was going through your head?
Honestly, I just felt like I didn't.
If he was going to do it, he would have done it in his cell. And he's not. He's reaping the awesome benefits of getting weird, crazy women to write him in prison because they think they can change him or save him.
I deserved to live.
Yeah.
And it was like whatever judgment I was gonna come upon myself, I just didn't deserve to be on this earth anymore. What happened?
Okay.
So what made you not do that?
Call.
I don't know if it was just more of like a, because with the
There was actually a rumor that he was just going to blow up the place because he didn't want anybody to find it. That's why he brought the gasoline, because gasoline, but I mean, if you think about it too, oil is very explosive. So why would he need the gas can? I mean, there's rumor. I mean, you could sit here for days and days and say, there's a rumor about this. There's a rumor about that. There's a rumor about this. There's a theory about this. There's a theory about this. There's a lie about this. There's like you could say as much as you want, but until you actually have the facts, if it's true or not. But I mean, there's a lot of things that some of these conspiracies, they're like, that possibly could happen. But if you want these theories and the conspiracies to go away, give us the information that we want about Nichol. Is she guilty? Is she innocent? Oh, we told the family she's innocent, but you guys don't worry about it. Shut up and let's go on our merry way. Excuse me? I don't think so. As a parent myself, I want justice for these 3 beautiful souls that were alive, and Nico that was still being created. So yeah, I call complete BS.
site, maybe it was just more of like, I would have hurt more people than just me and everybody else.
There was nothing around that area that would have caused an explosion to hurt anybody. He was 20 minutes out from anything that would have hurt anybody.
Like, I know there was other people out there, not like at the site, but other people like maybe out in the area. Like,
There was nobody out there.
I didn't want something like on the site to catch fire and blow up, and then other people around would get hurt in the same.
So you were thinking initially about starting a fire out there or an explosion or something, or
Just no, not for that. Just like maybe I could just take care of myself without having to.
How?
Gasoline, that's the only thing you do. I mean, I don't have a gun, I don't have anything like that. It's not like you can just commit suicide that way. But it's
So
just
just
like,
to blow yourself up?
I mean, it was just, I wasn't thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have weapons. I've never hunted before in my life. I don't know what, nothing was right that morning.
yeah. I remember you kept telling me that. You kept saying, "I didn't know what I was doing, Tammy."
So what gave him the drive to get up there when he was on his wife and just like, you have to be like a psycho. Just, I can't do it because I could never do it to my loved ones. I'll do it to somebody that goes after my family. Tell you that right now. I'm going to protect my family at all costs. My last dying breath. But for him to sit there and just wham, like, because this was not just like some shuttle, he pulled the trigger or something like that, or stabbed her. No, that's easy. It's the struggle of taking the breath out of somebody. That's what's disgusting.
I didn't know. Like,
Yeah, when you asked me about the sheet, like, what were you doing? Like, I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah. I think you were just like in automatic mode, or it seemed like.
Automatic mode? That's what you do when you go to work. You come home, you do the same thing over and over. That's automatic mode.
So did you drive straight out there? So what were you thinking on the way out there?
I can't.
Kind of like what
I can't wait to be with Nicole. I'm so excited. I'm going to do this and this and this. Oh, crap. I'm going to get arrested.
I'm doing right now. I'm just like, nervous, shaking, not knowing, like, what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, my life has completely changed. I don't know, like, what's happening. Like, honestly, like, I try to picture that whole ride. Like, it's like 45 minutes to an hour ride out there. And it's just like, couldn't I have, like, saved my girl's life? Couldn't I have done something? Why did I do that? I don't know.
Right.
Like, this is my flesh and blood. This is like what?
Because he was selfish. He is selfish. He's always going to be selfish because Chris thinks about nothing else but himself and, at that time, his booty mistress.
I wanted all my life was to be a dad, just to have, kids, and they loved me, they, all that, and it just nothing made sense.
Right.
Like the oil tank, nothing made sense. I'm just like, what are you doing?
So what happened when you got out there?
I took Shanann out, just to a place off to the site, and then
What were the girls doing when you were doing that?
just sent them back to the truck.
And then what happened after that?
And oh, by the way, in this moment, he's also messaging his coworkers in between all this. I do believe he was messaging Nicole after 9 o'clock, I think it was, but he was still messaging, pretending to text Shanann, and he's texting his boss, and he's doing all this while he's murdering his family.
CC was first. She did have a blanket. She had a blue blanket. A Yankee blanket.
So was she alive when she went into the oil tank?
I put it on Nicole's captioning because I can't hear what Chris is saying because he's saying it under his breath.
I put the blanket over her head.
They need to do this to him.
Good reason.
I put the blanket over her head. I didn't want to. Nope. I strangled her right there in the back seat.
Okay.
And it sounds like, too, he's trying to cry. He's like... like it's not coming out. Like you can hear the fakeness of his tone.
What was Bella doing?
She's sitting beside her.
Did she understand? Did she know what was going on?
She didn't say anything.
I think he's fibbing.
And then the same for Bella. Just without a blanket.
With the blanket.
Oh, okay.
I didn't look. It's like every time I closed my eyes, I started to hear her say, "Daddy, no," and that was it.
That's what Bella said.
I hear that every day.
You really?
Good.
sorry, man.
See, I hate that they do that.
Sorry doesn't take anything back that I did.
I know
I know they're trying to like be like
Is it
friendly with
possible
him so they get more out of him, but
that in your mind,
I
you want
hate
them to
it.
suffer throughout their life. It's just like a mercy thing.
I mean, you can say that like after the fact, but it was just like I don't.
You didn't feel like that during
I
it?
just didn't. I felt like it was just like an anger with Shanann, with everything that I was just taking it out on everybody that was in front.
But the anger was from him. Yes, okay, maybe she was overbearing. Okay, let's just hypothetically say this. Because people are like, Zowoki, you only look at one side. No, I don't. I look at both sides and I analyze and I come up with my conclusion of which one I agree with. But let's, how do we say? Let's fancy this idea, okay? That Shanann was terrible to live with. Chris comes home. He doesn't get to do anything with her or hugging or kissing or cuddling. It's constantly, she's on her phone and she's constantly kind of nipping and grabbing at him. But does that constitute him taking her life? Because she has a different way about doing things in her life than Chris would. People are not always the same. Me and my wife or fiance, we have differences in how us being parents, us driving, us paying our bills, and like we're always going to have differences, but we're going to also have similarness in our ways. Chris just wanted to sit there and say Shanann was against me on everything. Man, poor me. She said things that hurt my feelings, like I'm a skater boy. It's not like Shanann was spitting in his face or getting out a bat and whipping him and saying, make me dinner. Like, this is how these people think Shanann was acting towards Chris. And just because you have these little snide little comments that she ever made doesn't mean, oh, I need to murder her because I'm angry with her. She didn't go out and cheat on you. You did the cheating. Like, they're trying to feel sorry for me.
I mean that morning.
Yeah.
I mean, kids growing up without their parents, they, I mean, depending on what grandparents or whoever they grew up with, seemed to be fine. But it was just like, it was an anger thing. It was just like.
So there was a rumor that I heard that the reason why he also murdered his girls is because he didn't want them to go to the Ruseks. That's pretty messed up.
And what were you so angry at Shanann about? Like, if you could pinpoint it.
He can't.
Nothing that makes anybody to want to do this. I mean, you could be angry at your spouse like your whole life, but you should never have done anything like this. You should never let it get to that point. But I let it get to a point where I've never been angry before. Like, this was like the epitome of being angry.
Yeah.
The epitome of like showing a rage. The epitome of like losing your mind.
He was lusting. That's why.
I mean, even like some people in here said, "Dude, like, what the heck happened? He must have freaking snapped." And, like, I just walk away. And it's like, you know, it's
Lust is one of the hardest sins that there is. And God gave us free will to try to stay away from lust. But Chris was all up in that booty lust, okay? He was drowning in it. He didn't want to go back. He went from party rock star with Nichol to going back and subtle, submissive, quiet, down-to-earth Chris. He didn't want that. He wanted the rock party. And when he got over the rock party, he's like, man, this is tiring. I want my family back. I want the calm quietness. Well, guess what? Can't go back. No rewind button.
I don't see it in my mind how it could, like, you know, I look outside every day and like, what could we be doing right now? But, you know, right now I'd have a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and more than likely a 1-month-old son, and a beautiful wife. And just like right now, it's just me.
Do you want us to feel sorry for you, Chris? Because we don't.
I watched that video of you finding out that Shanann was pregnant. You don't seem excited. You seem like kind of in shock. And
Because he literally said that he was with Nichol that morning.
yeah, like, oh fuck. Like,
Well,
it's already complicated and now this.
Well, it's like when we had talked about it like a couple weeks, having fat, like with Bella, it was like we almost gave up trying. And then she bought me like a supercharger for my car. And then with Cece, it was like we had to try. And
Oh,
then,
look at that. That terrible woman. She bought, do you realize how much superchargers are? They're like $12,000 to $13,000. I want to put one in my Jeep. Not going to happen. I'm not spending $13,000 to $14,000 on superchargers. He had a supercharged Mustang. You think that one's going to be a pretty, hold on. Yeah, you see that? Superchargers. Starting out $10,000, almost $11,000. $7,000, $8,000, $7,000 to $11,000. Some of them with cost and installation. He probably did it himself because he was a mechanic. So he did $14,000, which later on he ended up selling because he was starting a family. Guess what I did with my Camaro? I sold my Camaro to have my family. Like, you can't always have everything you want, and if you have a family, you have to make sacrifices.
finally, but with Nico, it was, once or twice, and then like 2 weeks later, she's pregnant.
Is that what happened?
Yes. And just like it was more of like surprise, scared. I'm like, wait, what? Like we just talked about this. Like, people have brought up the fact like, oh, she was probably pregnant before, like you guys even talked about it. I'm just like, it's not, no. But like, it was insanely fast. I'll give it that. Like, that's the only reason I ever gave that notion, like even the moment of thought, because it was like faster than any other time that she'd gotten pregnant.
You just didn't seem happy.
Was he telling himself or telling us that he's a 2-second time?
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I haven't I don't remember the video much. I know she was wearing like a "Oops, we did it again" shirt, I think, and I was walking with my cooler or something. And
You walked in with
like,
nothing.
My actual reaction, like watching the video, but like I could see her probably see it like that. Didn't seem like he was jumping for joy type thing.
yeah, it didn't seem like that.
Did you watch the one of when I found out about Cece?
Oh.
No, okay.
Is it totally different?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Because Bella was in the crib and it had an eviction notice on the.
Oh, yeah, I think you told me about it. Yeah, I never saw it though.
Yeah, I picked up Bella and spun her around and whatnot. This time it was just me and Shanann, and she was in the kitchen. I don't know, I forget what date it was. Maybe like June 3rd or 5th or 7th. I'm not sure what date it was in the video, but maybe I already felt guilty about talking to Nikki at work.
Yeah.
Maybe that was going through my head.
Is that the potential timing? Does that make sense? Okay.
I don't remember the video, what date the video was, but I knew I kind of met Nikki around June 1st. And I knew she told me afterwards.
When you say met her, you mean went on a date with her?
No, I never went on a date with her until she went to North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
You're just flirting stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there was natural flirting back and forth, and I was just I knew that with that video timing, I probably just looked like I was felt guilty for even talking at work.
You probably did, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys fight before, you and Shanann? I know you talked about not really raising your voice and stuff. Was there? Because I want to say, didn't a neighbor talk about them fighting and stuff?
Yeah, but
Which he did retract it and said it wasn't how did he say it? He said that he was very loud and angry, but he was like, I think I over exaggerated it a little bit, but they still were loud.
That was embellished and exaggerated, and he retracted that.
Oh, he ended up doing that?
Yeah.
Did you guys ever fight? Did you ever?
I mean,
Was there any domestic violence in your house?
we never.
This is strange to us to
even
have.
from her to you, I mean,
Yeah.
she gets mad when she's pregnant and grabs a knife or
No,
scratches you or smacks you around or nothing?
No, she'd never nothing.
He's probably into
That's
that.
what makes all this even more hard to understand from my standpoint, and from yours too.
Yeah.
Did she ever belittle you at all? Did you ever feel that way, maybe?
What was that?
Did she ever make you feel like she belittled you, or you felt belittled by her?
I mean, there's always points in a marriage where the dominant person takes control of
Sure.
everything, but I was just my whole life I just kind of went with the flow. I never put myself in the center of attention. I didn't want to be.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be in the back row.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if she did belittle me, I couldn't pick an exact point or time.
She never really felt that way, right?
No, I mean, I always knew I was like, the introvert, and she was she took control of most situations. Like when people came over, like, I knew what my role was.
Yeah.
Like I watch videos of like cooking, or she'd make like power balls, or or like protein balls.
Yeah.
You just don't seem like you want to be in those videos.
No.
Like you feel like you were being forced to be in those videos. And correct me if I'm wrong, but
Yeah,
that's what it seemed like to me.
I hated being.
I didn't see no gun in her hand.
I mean, I did it for her, because
Right.
it was for her business and
Sure.
stuff. But like,
Yeah, because you do things for your spouses that maybe you don't like, but it makes your spouse happy.
it was, I hated just being out for
Yeah.
everybody to see. That's why, like, the whole, like, the gender reveal thing, I was just like, I didn't want it to be like some live Facebook video. I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
But like, I never wanted to be out there.
Yeah.
I know, I'm like,
Well, even when she was, because we talked about this a lot, Tammy and I.
Now he's out there.
When it was, I think it was Florida on some Lavelle or Thrive thing, and she's like, here we are, and it's all expenses paid. And
I was like,
I remember looking at you and thinking, like, he is not into this video right now.
No, you don't look into any of the videos, to be honest with you.
I wouldn't be either.
Yeah.
That's not me.
yeah,
I get it.
I mean, I remember you talking about like she would even post stuff for you, like
Oh, yeah.
because you're technically a salesman too of Lavelle, of Thrive.
It's like she put me underneath her, and that, like, anything, like any of my friends or stuff, like anything I do would help her.
Right.
So it was just, I would send her pictures. Like I should I take a picture with your patch? I'm like, okay, send it to her, and then she'd make a post about it. And she eventually, she was like, I need to take more control over like your business and stuff. I'm just like, I don't know what to talk about.
Right.
Like if I wanted to talk to somebody at the mall or at the pool or somebody about this, I'd just stumble all over my words and just like, they'd be like, okay, bye. But no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a salesman. Jesus. I mean, she could sell everything you're wearing back to you.
Right.
And you wouldn't even know it. Like, wait, I just paid
Right.
$20 for this shirt. I paid $20 for it. Yeah, those videos were not me. I did it just to support her. Like.
But again, that doesn't give you the right to commit murder.
And she would always say, "Oh,
Could you tell her no? Could you say, I don't want to be in that video? Or was that an option?
Probably not an option. I mean, it's like,
He didn't even try. He didn't even ask. He's like, well, I'm going to do this because it's the right thing to do as a husband, is support your wife. And a wife is supposed to support the husband. But then he's like, oh, she made me support her. Oh my gosh, I had to take her out. Don't you believe me?
Help our family. This is for, to help this and that, so I couldn't have told her no. I mean, it would have made her mad. I would have been like, no.
That sounds like a Chris problem there.
I wouldn't even start that.
I don't know what kind of accent that was, like a country UK member.
It's because it's for the business, it's for the family. I was just going to try to help out wherever I can.
Right.
Did that actually make money?
Mm-hmm.
So not only just more sales, but it actually put money in your guys' pocket?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she made probably in that last year, probably as much as I did.
On commissions, basically? I mean, I know that's a simplified version of it, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's they don't take taxes out on it, so
Right.
so that was like the good thing, and they pay for your car.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, but you still got to pay taxes though.
Did they give you an allowance or something to buy a car?
yep, if you're a certain level, like a 12K or above, they give
Wow, that sounds terrible.
you a car allowance once a month. I'm not sure how they make money. The owners doing that, but they did.
Yeah.
Unless there's just like an insane markup on the product, which I probably there is.
Probably is, yeah.
I'm not sure how much it costs for them to make it.
Yeah.
Did you feel like a different person wearing those patches?
Especially like the Duo, the Burn. I mean, it felt. I mean, like the Apple Watches. Like if you look on it, like when it tells you to exercise, it says I was exercising like all day because my heart rate was like up.
Oh.
Just from those patches.
Was it full of caffeine or what?
They just have something. They had something on them. I mean, the black label ones, the longer black ones, those had caffeine in them, but it never had that effect. I mean, the Duo Burn ones, the ones that are more of like the fat loss type.
It's like drinking 6 coffees, murdering somebody, and go, oh my gosh, it was the coffee that did it. Like, what?
It was, it felt like I was working out all day, even though I wasn't.
Oh, were you tired?
I mean, I know at some points, even Nikki said that, like, I'd fall asleep on the couch, on her couch while I was talking to her, and then, like, pick back up like I never knew I fell asleep, which I don't know if it was, like, an insomnia thing or what, but, like, I wasn't sleeping much.
You had a lot going on then.
Yeah, that was the only patches I really felt like a real big difference on, just because it felt like I was working out all day.
Mm-hmm. You don't feel like they changed your personality or anything like that, though? Or do you?
I don't really know. I know I just felt different on those than any other batch. It felt like I could just go longer and longer each day. And I'm not sure like if that was probably a bad thing, because I don't think I was probably sleeping more than 3 hours a night.
So would you stay at, when Shanann was gone, would you stay with
I get
Nikki
about 4 or
and then go
5.
home for like to get ready?
Yeah, I just wake up at like 4:30 and go home and get ready for work and leave. And I just work out when I got back home.
What were the conversations with Nikki as far as, at some point you guys were talking about her helping you find an apartment. So what did you guys talk about as far as your future together?
What? Helping her find an apartment? Or you mean you as Chris?
You guys were talking about her helping you find an apartment. So what did you guys talk about as far as your future together?
Her helping him
That
as
didn't really
in,
happen
okay.
until like I got back from the beach. So I told her like, I lied to her like, hey, like I talked to Shanann about getting the separation.
And that talk hadn't happened yet.
No, I mean it kind of like, I mean, she knew something was going on.
Yeah.
So she knew that they were together, because Chris even said it right there. I came back from the beach, and we had a talk, and I told her about the separation. So there was no divorce talk. There was no even separation talk until Chris came back from North Carolina. So the whole time in June and July, when she's like, oh, you need to go try it with your family. Oh, before you leave, let's bonk twice. And then while you're gone and you're trying to fix things with your wife, I'm going to send you slewed pictures. But I still want you to get back with your wife. What?
We weren't sleeping in the same room, and then she even mentioned the fact like, hey, Colorado's 50-50 state or something like that. Which I was like, okay, well, I guess you put it up. But that actual talk I had.
So Nichol looked up 50-50 state. So it sounds like there was. I want to make sure.
In the same room, and then she even mentioned the fact like, hey, Colorado's 50-50 state or something like that. Which I was like, okay, well, I guess you put it up. But that.
I think Nichol was looking up a lot of stuff when it came to divorce.
Actual talk I had like that happened. I was just like, I thought it was going to happen.
Yeah. And so when in conversations with Nikki, I get it. I mean, you're telling her like the progress toward the divorce is a little bit more than it was. Mm-hmm. And then so what were you guys planning?
So it was more of like she's going to help me find an apartment that was affordable. That's kind of just around like Brighton or maybe just close to work, like Fort Lupton or something.
Or closer to her.
That's kind of like where my area was. Mm-hmm.
Did you talk about moving in with her?
She didn't want that.
She didn't want that. Would you have done that if she would have been cool with that?
Because she had other guys that she was going through. She didn't want. She was into Chris, but she wasn't like into Chris, where she just wanted to give up her free time.
I've been a little too soon. I would have thought it was just we'd only been really seeing each other like almost like a month or maybe just talking for about 2 months. So I wouldn't really. She called her house like her apartment like her. I don't know, like her kind of like a shield or kind of like her. She had another word for it, but
like her safe place.
Yeah, like a safe place or something like that. And she said like people like to invade it, but that's why she always let me come over, because she said she felt like it was fine, like her dog liked me and everything. Like she would say, just ship people along here type thing. Okay.
So you and Shanann, did you talk about selling the house? Or what point did you? There was some discussion there with Ann Meadows.
Yeah, she had sent an email about like how we would go about like selling the house.
Yeah.
And I think Ann told her about get like Ann was always about getting pre-approved. Just like like if you're going to sell your house, get pre-approved for like another house. So it's like
need to do that
much faster.
Yeah, so you just quickly transition from one to the other. Okay. When did that happen? Remember?
I think it was either right before we left. No, that happened to have been like first week of August, somewhere around there. I think she might have contacted her.
Okay.
So fairly
The plan
fresh.
was maybe to buy a house. I think you told me in Brighton. You're thinking about buying a house in Brighton.
So again, the whole month of June, July, that whole time that Nichol said she didn't know about Chris' separation and everything, that's a complete lie. Because Chris didn't tell her until he came back from North Carolina.
It's like she liked that Adams 12 school system or something.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I think that's what Brighton is actually. So.
Yeah.
But again, can we believe a word that Chris says? Probably not.
were you thinking about when you called the school that day on Monday?
I'm an idiot.
I was freaking out. I didn't know, like I was thinking in my head, like what I just did, what I just done, and I didn't know, like it was stupid to do anything. Just, I mean, to call school, to call Ann, to call anybody. I mean, they were right to be, you know, suspicious about anything. Like, 'cause I knew I probably sounded eccentric on the phone and out of sorts, and just, you know, I don't even know what they were thinking. They heard me.
I think they thought it was weird, but I don't know how you would not sound weird, you know, like you said. So
You just killed your family.
So, are you 100% sure the girls were still around and alive when you drove out? Okay. So that's completely accurate. There's nothing else about that.
They got in the truck.
Okay.
where did the blanket go?
I threw it.
It's probably in the trash can or something.
In the trash?
It wasn't like, it was still in my truck.
Okay. We thought we saw some GPS where you had stopped by near a construction roll-off dumpster. Is that true, or?
I think that's like, I dumped my clothes in there.
So was that would have been on the way back to the house?
In my neighborhood.
Yeah. When Officer Kunab was there? Okay.
He
the one
thought
with
he
red
was
construction dumpsters?
sneaky.
More than likely.
Okay.
Did you pack new clothes? How did that work?
I already have something in there, because like, in case we have like a spill or something,
Oh.
if you ever get crude oil on you, you know. Yeah, I have like 2 pairs of boots, all kinds of different stuff in there, just because like, I just one
Oh,
time
like
I
that.
had to pick up a spill
It said he had 2 pair of boobs.
and I had defrost on, and I had like a headache for like 2 weeks, because it's like the crude oil that comes with that. So I always have something in there.
So where did you keep them after you took them off? Like, did you just change out there into your new other
I
clothes?
said like, I dumped my clothes in that dumpster.
But that wasn't that on the way back? When you were coming? Like, you'd already worked the whole day,
Yeah.
right?
I'd work like till like 11 or so.
11.
Yeah. So that was back when Nichol Atkinson.
Yeah, when she was
Yeah, when
at
she
my
called.
house, hitting the doorbell, that's when I knew someone was at the house.
Right.
Did you think right then, like, oh fuck, like, here we go? Or what were you thinking then?
I didn't know why she was there. I was like, I didn't know, like, maybe she had an appointment or something with Shanann. I didn't know.
What did you think, like, that day, like, what you were gonna say? Like, what was your plan? Were you just gonna go home and be like, report to the police that your family's gone, or?
I had, like, once, I had no idea what was going to happen. Like, after everything, I mean, I don't even know how I was even acting even normal to people that was around. Because when, like, Troy and Cody and Chad and Melissa and all them, like, you know, when they showed up on the site, I don't even know how I was even being somewhat coherent what I was saying, but apparently they understood me. So I didn't know what was going to happen. Like I said, this wasn't like something like some Criminal Minds type.
Like, well thought out.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing.
He's like those people that watch Criminal Minds and CSI and they're like, I could commit murder. No, you can't. Like, you're going to get caught.
By minute at that point.
Yeah, I had no idea what was going on.
So once the girls were gone, was it also just a minute by minute thing as far as the oil tanks?
Yeah, I didn't know what to do. I mean, just thinking about an oil tank just makes me want to throw up.
And was that just because it was in front of you and there it was and it just presented itself? It wasn't a plan beforehand? Okay. Was there any reason why the separate ones?
No, it's like you said, it was like going up the stairs, and it just didn't. No, like what Frank said is like I was trying to separate everybody. That's not.
No.
No, I didn't want to separate anybody.
What was the
Yeah,
reason?
okay.
I can't even tell you. It's like I said, like
I don't want to separate them, but here's Shanann, and here's Bella, and here's Celeste, and I gotta change my clothes, but you didn't want them separate. Shut up.
something else was in control of what I was doing, and it was like I was doing something I never thought I would ever do in my life.
Did you think there would be less chance of someone finding them if they were in separate tanks, or?
Tell me
Whatever.
Or somebody told him that he needed to put only one child in one tank because the level will rise too much where the sound or the alarm will go off, causing a safety concern. And if there is a safety problem, Nichol can silence it. Just saying.
Whatever my reasoning was in my head that day, it wasn't sound, and nothing was right.
And you don't even remember thinking about it?
No, it was just like, it was like a reaction of something that I wasn't even thinking about.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the trash bags? Do you remember that?
Oh, with
Nope, we forgot about that one.
There were two.
okay, yes, trying to, because like this sheet kept, I didn't want, like when I was putting, there's one coherent, I guess, thing I had, like I didn't want the girls looking at Shanann while they were in the back seat.
So what'd you do?
I put a trash bag on one end, on her feet and on her head, so they didn't have to see.
And they were just too little to kind of figure out, right?
Yeah, they didn't have to see.
Okay. That's good.
I just know, like when I was driving up there, I mean, you know, they were just, you know, sitting there just, you know, kind of asleep or kind of just like, you know, holding on to each other, laying in each other's laps. You know, I didn't, you know,
Do you remember having any thoughts or thinking about why not just putting them all together with Shanann?
honestly, it was just happening so fast. I had no time to really have a thought. That was my own.
Okay.
But I wasn't like
His greedy self.
dutifully trying to separate anybody passing away, trying to keep anybody separate. And everything, you know, Frank, Sandy, and Frankie said, you know, like I don't hold it against them. I mean, they can hate me for. They have a right to hate me for the rest of their lives.
They don't hate
They
you.
don't. In fact, slower on the subject, I speak with them weekly, and I told them we were going to come here, and then hopefully would speak with us. And they told me to tell you, understandably, they're devastated, but they actually said that they love you. They still love you, and Sandy explained it. You know, he's
Christian
our
people.
son-in-law for 8 years. I can't just turn that off. So they don't hate you. They don't.
That's amazing to hear that.
Yeah, well, and I can tell you, Sandy was the one that was most resistant to penalties in this case, and she said that. She told me that from the very beginning. But she didn't want that. It's God's decision. It's not her decision. And then she told me that even then. So it's not just a one-time thing that she has said it to me. It's been over the whole course of the event. So that's probably one of the most honest things someone's ever told me. You know, so it's pretty amazing. You know, faith is. She's obviously a believer, so am I. I get it, so I understand it.
That's amazing to hear that.
Yeah. Good people.
I would have figured they would have hated me for.
They don't. I mean, anybody would think that. I certainly would have, but
I still think they have
I was
resentment.
surprised. Really taken back by
but-
that, but they certainly don't.
So what did they say when they knew you were coming out here?
They said they want to know, details because they need closure, and that's really all they want, and they want to keep it private. And I said, well, absolutely. We'll talk to them about what you told us, and just so they can put it past them, because they're having a hard time dealing with it and trying to get past it all. And I think that may help. Just to,
I think also they want to know why.
I mean, my parents still think, like I told them I pled guilty for a reason,
Right.
and like I told it to them when they had that video phone thing in Colorado the day before. Like I pled guilty, like I plead guilty for a reason. Like I didn't just, I knew other people were watching, so I didn't just go in and just say anything. Like,
Oh, that's it. Oh man. I definitely feel like we need to watch the whole interview that they did at the prison from start to finish. I don't know if that's something you guys would want, but just hearing him talk about Nichol and Shanann separately, you can definitely see who he loved and who he didn't. He definitely did love Shanann at one time, but lost that love, but it was on his own accord. And for him to sit there and it was my Jezebel and it was Shanann's fault because she's verbally abusive and like, dude, come on. And the whole snapping thing, like smothering and strangulation, that takes work. Compared, like I've watched and read all that stuff when it comes to like the best or the quickest way in and all that stuff. It's like he could have done a weapon of some sort, but he chose his hands. His hands are the murder weapon. He can't get rid of those hands. But I don't know. Let me know your guys' thoughts about this video. Nothing new, of course, but you definitely, when you hear things or if you read things multiple times, sometimes you get different effects or emotions when you read or watch something multiple times. And it's all, again, with an interpretation. So with your interpretation of this video, comment down below, share your love and support to my channel and over at True Crime Archives Daltas. And we will see you guys in the next video. Please take care, be safe. As always, keep nerding on, and we will see you guys in the next video.